I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up.
I think I do have more skills than Mike Tyson, as far as like, I mean, when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than, like, at a lower weight class always have more skill. It's no heavyweight ever in life.
You're the boxer, and he's the puncher.
It depends on how I'm feeling that night.
Depends on how you're feeling going into the fight. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling like Mike Tyson.
Gervonta Davis has made his frustration clear, expressing his dissatisfaction with being constantly compared to Mike Tyson. The news that Tyson had joined Lamont Roach's camp for their highly anticipated rematch seemed to be the tipping point. For Davis, who voiced his discontent over the ongoing comparisons, Davis, known for his incredible punching power, felt the need to assert that his skills surpass those of the boxing legend. "I got that power of punching. I got more skills than Mike Tyson. Facts are facts," he boldly declared, emphasizing that he's tired of being seen as a mere shadow of Tyson's greatness. Davis made it clear that he does not want to be compared to Tyson any longer. He rejected the comparison, stating, "I'm not a little Mike Tyson." He expressed his belief that he's on his own journey in the sport, carving out his own legacy. Tyson's legacy, though monumental, should not be the standard by which Davis is measured. Instead, Davis wants to shift the narrative to focus on his own achievements and abilities. The fighter is eager to prove that his skill set and fighting style go far beyond what people may assume, especially with the rematch against Roach on the horizon. The frustration Davis felt also boiled over when he reacted to Tyson's decision to fight Jake Paul. Davis was vocal in his disapproval, calling Tyson's choice to step into the ring with the YouTube star a stain on his legendary career. "Who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?" Davis questioned, expressing disbelief that Tyson, one of the greatest boxers to ever live, would consider a fight with someone like Paul, who has no professional boxing pedigree. For Davis, this move undermined Tyson's reputation and tarnished his legacy. In Davis's eyes, Tyson's decision to take part in a spectacle like this was detrimental to the sport. He believes Tyson's legacy should remain intact and untarnished by controversial bouts. For Davis, the integrity of boxing and the fighters who truly define the sport are of utmost importance. He's upset that Tyson, a living legend, would risk his hard-earned reputation for a fight that doesn't hold the same value as his previous legendary bouts. Davis's strong words reflect his desire to protect the sport and his own position in it, as he continues to prove that he is a force in the boxing world.
Following the Tyson fight, tell us, exactly why, expound on that.
Because why would he even want to fight him? And who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?
Do you think that it might have tarnished Mike's legacy in a way?
Yeah, they did.
When Mike Tyson was asked about the frequent comparisons between him and Gervonta, "Tank Davis," he responded with a light-hearted laugh, saying, "I don't know, just maybe getting in trouble with the law." Tyson dismissed any real connection between their boxing styles or approaches to the sport, acknowledging that the only similarities seemed to lie in their shared history of legal troubles. Tyson quickly clarified that the comparisons between their boxing techniques were not accurate. While both have faced personal struggles, Tyson emphasized that their fighting styles are vastly different. He pointed out that while Tyson was known for his explosive, aggressive approach in the ring, Davis has developed his own unique technique. Tyson made it clear that while he respected Davis's talent, their styles in the ring should not be equated. Tyson's comments reflect a broader perspective on legacy. He acknowledged the parallels in their personal lives, but stressed that Davis is carving out his own path as a fighter. According to Tyson, the future of Gervonta Davis is his own to shape, and he should not be defined by comparisons to Tyson's legendary career. While Tyson respects Davis's skills, He emphasized that no two fighters are the same, especially when it comes to their journeys inside the ring.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
The first fight between Lamont Roach and Gervonta "Tank" Davis has sparked comparisons to the legendary matchup between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. Both fights featured a heavily favored fighter facing an opponent considered too small or an underdog. Tyson, in his prime, was viewed as an unstoppable force, while Tank Davis was widely seen as the bigger, stronger fighter heading into his first bout with Roach. However, much like Tyson's shocking loss to Buster Douglas, Tank faced unexpected challenges against Roach, leaving fans and analysts questioning his dominance. Holyfield, who was seen as a significant underdog against Tyson, managed to frustrate him in ways no one anticipated. Holyfield withstood Tyson's powerful punches, and the fight ultimately turned in his favor, giving him the victory. In a similar fashion, Roach frustrated Tank, showing a level of resilience few thought he had. While Roach didn't win the fight, he made Tank uncomfortable in a way no one had seen before. Tank was hit with clean punches, but never seemed to truly hurt Roach, much like Tyson was unable to fully hurt Holyfield. The parallels between these two fights are striking, with both underdogs displaying unexpected toughness and resilience.
Face off against one another. One guy was a massive favorite, had taken a loss, and was seen to be too small, right? And I'm talking about Evander Holyfield versus Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield was a major fight. A major fight. But Iron Mike Tyson was viewed as a destroyer. Okay? He was the baddest man on the planet. He was indestructible. The fact that he lost to James Buster Douglas was an anomaly because Mike Tyson wasn't focused and he overlooked.
Similar to Holyfield's triumph over Tyson, both bouts demonstrate the underdog's mental and physical fortitude. Discussions over what these fighters can actually do in the face of difficulty have been triggered by Roach's performance versus Tank. As fans question whether history will repeat itself, the rematch is made even more interesting by the parallels between these two iconic bouts.
Now, Lamont Roach didn't get the victory, but he frustrated Tank Davis, and we never seen Tank Davis look like that in the fight. He hit him with a shoulder bar. He tried to bite him at one point in time in the 6th round. He took a ill-advised knee and didn't get counted in the 9th round, right? A lot of things took place. He never truly hurt Lamont Roach, hit him with good, clean punches, but never got hurt. Lamont Roach ate the punches, similar to Holyfield.
When Showbiz the Adult discussed Lamont Roach's understanding of how to beat Gervonta "Tank" Davis, he was referring to Roach's unique insight into neutralizing Tank's strengths in the ring. According to Showbiz, Roach possesses an in-depth knowledge of Tank's fighting style, a key advantage that few others have. This understanding could be crucial in overcoming the powerful and elusive Davis. One of Tank's most significant strengths is his ability to control distance, which gives him the freedom to land his devastating punches while staying out of his opponent's range. Tank's footwork and timing allow him to stay just far enough to avoid strikes, while closing the gap to unleash his powerful blows. Showbiz drew a comparison to Mike Tyson, noting that both Tyson and Tank are known for their knockout power. However, Tyson's effectiveness was greatest at mid-range, and when opponents managed to close the distance, Tyson often struggled to land his signature punches. This vulnerability, Showbiz pointed out, is something Tank shares with Tyson. If an opponent can close the gap and avoid Tank's reach, it limits his ability to deliver his usual knockout punches. What Showbiz suggests is that Lamont Roach has recognized this weakness in Tank's approach and has developed strategies to exploit it. By closing the distance and avoiding Tank's longer-range punches, Roach could potentially neutralize Tank's power, forcing him into a more uncomfortable and less effective position. This tactic, according to Showbiz, is something only Roach understands in full detail, and it could be the key to defeating one of boxing's brightest stars. Roach's ability to break down Tank's reliance on distance may provide him with the blueprint to pull off an upset in a potential rematch.
This is a secret Lamont Roach knows. Tank can go get you if you're running away, because Tank is very good at knowing the distance where he has most leverage on his punches. If you think about Mike Tyson is strange to say, but he wasn't great with his power when he was very close on the inside. Mike Tyson was a mid-range puncher. That's why Mike Tyson could go in from a distance and step in and knock you out. But when y'all close, Mike Tyson didn't really have all his power in there. Neither does Tank. So if you're backing up, Tank can go get you. Other than that, Tank has to counter you. That's how Tank knocked out Roly. That's how Tank knocked out Ryan Garcia. That's how Tank hurt Mario Barrios and started that shit, that snowball. That's how Tank knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. That's why Tank talks so much. He needs you punch.
Davis has made some bold claims in recent interviews, asserting that while Mike Tyson possessed both power and skills, he himself has the complete package in boxing. Davis believes that his combination of punching power and boxing IQ surpasses Tyson's, emphasizing that his understanding of the sport and ability to adapt inside the ring make him a more well-rounded fighter. By making these comments, Davis positions himself not only as a powerful puncher, but also as a strategist who can read the ring and control the fight at a higher level than Tyson did in his prime. However, Davis's remarks raise questions about what exactly he's trying to prove. Tyson is widely regarded as one of the most fearsome and skilled boxers in history, known for his unparalleled combination of speed, power, and ferocity that revolutionized the heavyweight division. Tyson's legacy is built on his dominance in the late 1980s and his ability to intimidate opponents before they even stepped into the ring. For someone like Davis, still in the prime of his career, to claim he surpasses Tyson in terms of boxing IQ and overall skill is both a bold challenge and a controversial assertion. By downplaying Tyson's accomplishments and focusing on his own abilities, Davis may be trying to elevate his own status in the eyes of boxing fans. It's possible he wants to distance himself from comparisons to Tyson and carve out his own legacy as a fighter who can do it all. However, these comments risk coming off as disrespectful to a man who has cemented his place in boxing history as a true legend.
Are you the mini Mike Tyson?
Nah.
So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like...
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like... Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like the whole package. Like I have Mike Tyson don't have like, you know? I think so.
So, what's your message to Brandon?
Who?
Brandon.
What Brandon?
I don't know. Brandon is the nigga that whooped my ass. If you could say something real quick.
When we catch you, Brandon, we gonna get up with you.
Lamont is signed and ready to go for the rematch, correct?
Y'all Tank play so many head games, it's not even funny. Let me tell you something, bro. Lamont Roach has never been this big of a fighter before. Everyone knows Lamont Roach now. So he could be reaping the benefits of just enjoying his status of having that draw with Tank, while Tank is the one with the eye of the tiger. Tank is probably in the gym training his ass off. and then sign the contract. Like, all right, we got to fight when? June. Oh, shit. Let's hurry up and dash your ass. Sugar Ray Leonard did that to Roberto Duran. Duran was told that he had a fight in a couple weeks, and he was like, dude, I'm 190 pounds in Panama. Which is why Roberto Duran was out of shape in the No Mas fight and was like, no mas. So Tank could be over there working, sign the contract in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden Lamont Roach got to put a training camp together.